Welcome back to A&A. This episode, I want to introduce you to something that we're trying. It's new. It's new to me, and want to keep you guys, involved in what we're doing. Keep you entertained. So, hang on. This is A&A Diversified LLC. That's right. You heard me correct. LLC. We're going to start a new venture, and it's been something I've been interested in for quite some time. And I just finally went ahead and started the process of being a hot shot hauler registered with the US DOT, obtaining my MC authority for hauling interstate, which means cross state lines, as opposed to intrastate, staying within your state. And I never knew it would have involved so much time and effort and some money, getting to the point to where I can legally take a load of anything across state lines for pay. If I had known then what I know now, I'm not sure I would have gone down this path, but I did. I'm looking forward to getting started, and I wanted to keep you guys involved in what I'm doing. So we have, what we're going to be using is one truck and one gooseneck trailer to haul for hire anything other than household goods. No furniture, no household items. We can haul cars. We can haul any general freight. As long as the total weight of the truck, the trailer, and any cargo, fully laden, as long as that weight does not exceed currently 24,000 pounds. Now you may say, well, it's 26,000 to stay under the CDL requirement. Well, 26,000 is the maximum. And it's confusing when you get into gross vehicle weight ratings, but 26,000 is the maximum weight that you can go without being required to have a commercial driver's license. However, you have to add up the weight rating of your truck, the weight rating of your trailer, and add those together. Mine is 10,000 for the truck, 14,000 for the trailer. So my maximum rating is 24,000. So my limit, my maximum weight limit for total combined loaded is 24,000. So I'm going to be non-CDL, and I have found a broker that I believe is going to be the one that we're going to go with for new entrants. I'm considered a new entrant. I haven't hauled my first load yet. And so if you didn't know anything about, trucking regulations, FMCSA, which is the Federal Motor Carriers Safety Administration, they are basically the DOT. And they have the regulations that govern the entire trucking industry. Now, if you wanted to learn more about that industry and what's required, try to get your MC authority. You will learn more than you ever wanted to know. So, I want to take you out to our setup. I've just completed some of the paperwork that the broker that we found. All brokers require what's called a carrier packet. They usually will send you forms and information that they require, and then you compile, that information, and that's called a carrier packet. You sign an agreement with them. You have a W-9. You have your certificate of insurance, and that's a whole other story in its own. You have a notice of acceptance because, if you want to make sure you get paid for the load you haul, you'll need a factoring company. That way, once you deliver a load, if that receiver, for some whatever reason, or broker decides, he's not going to pay you because he didn't get paid, if you don't have factoring company, then you don't have a lot of recourse as to what to do. If you have a factoring company, they offer recourse or non-recourse accounts. You want the non-recourse account, and you pay a percentage to them of your freight haul. So you're paying for the stability of knowing that factoring company, you will get paid your money from them within 24 to 48 hours. And if that broker says, well, I didn't get paid, so you don't get paid, that factoring company never comes back on you for that. They're guaranteed, and legally, you sign a contract with them, they cannot come back on you, because basically what you're doing is you are selling the factoring company your accounts receivable. You are selling it to them for 10% of your load pay. So if somebody's going to pay you $1,000 to haul something, $100 of that goes to the factoring company for guaranteed you're going to get payment in 24 to 48 hours. If you don't use a factoring company, then you're at the mercy of every what length of time the broker or the shipper, what's their typical pay time. Like they may pay in 45 days or 60 days. So while you're out there hauling and buying expensive fuel and going through all these expenses, you're waiting 2 months for that money for that load you hauled. And people like myself, I don't think I'm going to be able to work that way. I had rather pay someone part of the load money to pay me within a day to 2 days and never have to worry about them coming back and saying, hey, we didn't get paid for that, so we got to have that money back. They can't, they can't go back and get that. So anyway, there's so much, so much involved, and the thing that I've learned is there's no book, there's no manual, there's no step-by-step guide that would lead someone through each step required and tell them what they're going to run up against. This has basically been a dig for the information you need, and you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what you need. You don't know what you don't need until you come up against it, and you just, you deal with the situation. Okay, well, I didn't know that I was required to do that. What do I need to do? And it's been a very lengthy process because, while there is a lot of information on the internet, some of it's contradicting. Well, a lot of it's contradicting. Even civil servants at the county courthouse has bad information compared to the correct information that you get when you call the State Tax Commission in Jackson. And it's very difficult, and it's very time consuming, and a lot of heartache involved in going to the courthouse and trying to get what you need. And they're telling you what you need, but that's bad information because the State Tax Commission says no. So you have to put those two together on the phone, and it's just it's a struggle from start to end. And I don't mean to dissuade or discourage anybody from going into this, because I'm still looking very forward to getting started, and I think I'm going to enjoy it very much. It's just, be prepared if you go down this path. It's a lot involved in getting started. Now I see a lot of the new hotshot drivers on the internet, and there's a lot of videos on YouTube. There's a lot of people getting into it, and the first thing they do is they go buy a brand new top of the line pickup truck, and then they go and they buy a brand new trailer, and before they've even hauled their first load, they're $100,000 or more into this thing, and they haven't hauled the first thing yet. My start is going to be a little more of a struggle as far as finding loads, because I'm trying to use what I have until I can grow the business and upgrade. So you've seen the 2008 Ford F-250. That's going to be my unit or my truck. My gooseneck trailer, which is only a 20-foot flat deck plus a 4-foot dovetail with ramps. That's my trailer I'm going to be using, and that's pretty short for a hotshot hauler. But there are loads out there, short length loads. And I think I have found a correct broker that's going to help me with that. That's going to be my main struggle, is the length of my trailer. But his business is committed to getting guys like me who are less than 90 days into this, find loads and making sure that they don't starve to death in the first 90 days. So I'm looking very much to getting started, and what I've been doing this morning is putting together the information he needed. And a lot of that is information on your truck or your unit, information on your trailer, the number of straps, what size straps, the number of chains, the length of the chains, the number of binders for your chains, trailer winches, straps for your trailer winches, edge protectors, the whole 9 yards. So that's what I was doing this morning, was counting all my straps and bungees and moving blankets and all that kind of good stuff. So I'm gonna walk you out there and I'm gonna show you our setup, just to show you, give you an idea of what we're going to be using. Now, hopefully within the next year or whatever, if this is profitable for us and we can upgrade our equipment and we still want to stay in the business, hopefully we can upgrade to something, a little newer, nicer, bigger. So let me show you what we got. Okay, it's a little windy today, so if the sound is bad, I apologize for that. All right, so here's our truck and our trailer. If you're going to use a truck like mine, 2008, it's got 200,000 miles on it. You better go through, if you have any check engine lights, you've got to get rid of those. Anything that is loose, rattles, too much slack, worn out, needs replacing, you may as well go ahead and do it, because I thought this truck was in perfect condition, or not perfect condition, but I thought it was in great shape. Have no issues or problems out of it until you take it in for a US DOT annual inspection, which you must do on your truck and your trailer. You have to put your signage with your DOT number. The new regulation says that they do not recommend putting the MC number, so we just have the DOT number. There's a lot of things you got to equip your truck with. My tablet goes here in this bracket because after a certain year, and I forget which year it was, 99 or something like that, every commercial vehicle has to run electronic logging devices. That is it's a little deal you plug into your USB port. It connects to a smartphone or a tablet or an iPad or whatever, and it logs how many hours you drive this truck, where the truck goes, the speed of the truck, have you inspected the truck. It is the logging device for your operation, and the law states that you have to use it. If you're driving this thing, it had better be on. Anyway, so you gotta put some type of a mount for that, And it can't be like one of those little cup holder mounts you stick in there and it attaches to. It has to be firmly attached, firmly mounted. Let's see what else. I did end up having to replace tie rod ends. I thought they were fine. They were just, just a hair loose. They recommended I replace those. I had to replace the entire drive shaft on the truck because the center carrier support bearing was going bad or was kind of worn out. It's no big deal unless you're going to be on the road, traveling across country. So in trying to replace that, there was some cast metal items that got broke. And so instead of trying to deal with replacing old stuff and risk breaking more, I just replaced the entire drive shaft. So I got new joints, new bearings, new yokes, new everything. When you go to get inspected, they will put stickers on your truck and your trailer. All that's required. If you ever get stopped for an inspection, they're definitely going to be looking for that. My particular setup, I needed more storage space, and I couldn't figure out how to easily attach toolboxes underneath, the side of the trailer here. But what I did was I bought these two. They're actually for mounting underneath trucks and trailers. I mounted them in the back of my truck here, side by side. Left a gap in the middle so I could, for my gooseneck that could pass through there. Binders and chains and straps go in those, and I'm still in need of some more storage. Of course, I have the toolbox on the truck, and it stays full with things: extra oil, paper towels, toolbox, straps. So we've got 6 moving blankets. You put that over items that maybe have sharp corners, and if you have to tarp a load, you don't want sharp corners cutting through your tarp, so you would put moving blankets over that. Those are wheel straps if you're hauling a car and you don't have the that E-track, like we have on the car hauler over here. Remember we put those tracks down? This gooseneck doesn't have the E-track, so what it is, it's basically a wheel strap. Then it has a chain and hook that you bring down and you can attach to the rail here. We have 6 3/8 inch binders, have 6 3/8 chains. Those are 2-inch straps. We have 6. Would have 7, but I'm missing a ratchet. Have 6 4-inch straps for our 6 bolt-on winches, trailer winches. That's the bar you use for tightening up the winch with the strap in it. This is for the bolts bolting on the winches. Got 12 edge protectors. If you're running a strap over something with a sharp corner, you want your strap to run across this instead of a nice sharp metal corner. That way everything's protected and your strap doesn't get damaged. You see 2 wheel chocks. I've got 4. I just haven't put the other 2 up here yet. These little straps, I don't know that I'll ever use those. They're only 1.5 inches, and one of them's actually missing a strap, so I ain't even going to include those. I've got my torque wrench, my nice long torque wrench with extension, sockets. That's for changing wheels. Got a 4-way. I've got a 6-ton ball jack, and I've got spare boards and blocks, in case we have to change a tire. This is all probably going to be the minimum, and my broker may even require me to get some additional items, but I do have 2 tarps. They're 20-foot long tarps. Of course, my trailer it's a 20-foot flat with a 4-foot dove, so if I was to haul something a little over 20 feet and they want it to be tarped, I may have to lap those. But let's see what else. I think that's about it. Inside the truck, I have to carry a binder that has all of my paperwork in it, including registration for the truck, certificate of insurance, insurance cards, annual inspection reports, my MC certificate, DOT information. So a lot of stuff that if I was to get stopped by a DOT officer, or if I was to get stopped at a weigh station, and that's another thing. Now I have to stop at every weigh station because I'm a commercial vehicle for hire. If they were to stop me or inspect me, then they're going to ask for that information. And if you have it organized in a binder where it's all in one place and it's nice and neat, it's going to go a long way towards it being a short inspection for you. You know, if you look disorganized and you look like you haven't maintained your vehicle, if you open the door and they see trash laying in the floor and falling out on their feet and stuff like that, all right, that's going to give them an indication that you may take that approach to this whole DOT process, and so they may look at you a lot more closer. If they see you neat and organized, they're going to know that, okay, he does care, he takes a little pride, so they're probably not going to look at you quite as hard. Lights, you have to do a daily inspection before you start out on a trip. You have to inspect, and you basically inspect everything, and I do mean everything. And then you have to do the inspection at the end of your trip. Lights are a big thing. You can definitely get a ticket for any light being out. If your truck's over a certain width, I think it's 75 inches, I don't remember right offhand, you have to have the cab mounted lights up there. Mine didn't come with those lights from the factory, so I had to order a kit and install those. And that was not easy because you have to pull the headliner down. Yep, you got to drill holes in the cab of your truck. That was kind of painful for me, but got it done because this is, I don't want to give them any indication of something that has not been done that I needed to do. That way, any inspections that take place hopefully will be short and sweet. So that's where I'm at so far, fellers and fellettes. I just wanted to let y'all know what we was into, and I hope it's going to be successful. We covet your prayers. We ask God to bless what we're doing. No matter where you're at, He can still use you. So I just pray that I pray He blesses us so that He can use us. Appreciate y'all watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up. Hit that bell so you'll be notified when we post new videos. And if you'd like for me to take you on the road for my first trip, don't know when that's going to be yet, but I do have cameras mounted. Got one mounted that's behind the rear view mirror, and it records everything happening in front of the vehicle. I got one mounted to the top of that seat belt right there. It looks at what's happening on the side behind the driver's side right there to see what's going on. So if y'all are interested in me taking you on my first trip, let me know. Give me some comments below. I'll be glad to do a video and show you some footage of that first trip, where we go, what's happening, and how it went. Hope you guys have a good day. Stay safe and be kind to each other. See you next time.